What's up, folks? How we doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Happy New Year and all the other things. We're going to be stringing some rackets here. We got 2 rackets to string. We already got some people coming in here. That's nice to see. What's up, Beckett? We're going to do a little string action today. We got some Super Toro, but also some Toro that we're gonna string with, because I put a poll out earlier today, and I asked if people would want to see the full bed of Toro or like a hybrid of the Super Toro and the Toro, and people wanted to see the full bed of Toro. And I was kind of hoping that you guys would not want to see that, but we're going to do both because I also want to try the hybrid way to see if it feels a little bit different. And yeah, we'll kind of go from there and try both. We're going to put them both at my tension, and yeah, we'll just see how it plays. I'm playing tomorrow morning for an hour and a half, so I'll be able to test both of them and then kind of report back on what I think. I know Carew thought there was a difference when he played with a different setup with his wasabi and caviar with the different colors, so I think it will be interesting to see if that stays true with the Super Toro line. I already see some people are saying some stuff in there, but I don't know how the brightness is in here. I think it's all right. Yeah. I'm just taking the strings here. If people are saying something, just bear with me though. I'm such a rookie with the live stuff, guys. Live chat. Oh yeah. You're picking what is the best Yonex racket. So what we'll do is we'll just get rid of the string here, and then I will reply to comments. I have my phone here with me as well, so just bear with me. If your comment doesn't get answered, I will answer it eventually. So, or you can just ask again. Just let me get my racket here mounted and all the good things. All right, so we'll start off with the Toro, because I'm excited to just string in a different color, and then we'll hybrid the other one. Don't worry, guys, I'm going to your comments now. Patience is key. Nope, that's an old live stream. Maybe I can go on as my personal account. Let's do that because it's not showing that I'm even live. Oh, there we go. I take that back. Go on as my personal account. All right, I got some comments in here. Let's go. Those string colors are sick. Yes, they are sick. It is nice to see a different color of the Super Toro. Matches the Radical so nicely. Very, very true, Beckett. What's the best Yonex racket? That's a loaded question. I think that comes down to a preference. I really enjoy the V-Core 95 when I play with it, but if you're like a club player, I'm sorry, but that's not gonna be probably the best racket for you. I think I've heard some really good things about the racket that Carew is using now, and I will hopefully demo that in the near future. That's the Yonex Percept P, or sorry, not P, sound like I'm about to say a Tesla name. The Yonex Percept 100D. But my favorite Yonex racket's the V-Core 95. Many people love the E-Zone. I could never fit or like hit it home with the E-Zone, something about it. But what's my surf speed? Jeremy, you know what it's at. Because I actually haven't, for people that are on here, I actually haven't tested the surf speed since the last radar video. But if you have been watching the videos, I'm getting close. I worked out again today, but you guys weren't with me there. I did not bring the camera today because I'm bringing you guys to the courts instead tomorrow. And I am getting stronger, I can tell you that. Becoming a little beast. So, 50 pounds. That's what I've been stringing at. But Jeremy, if you're still with me here, guys, Jeremy is one of my teammates from school. He saw it happen live, the 123. So I will get the radar gun out as soon as I can. I'm going back to school this, I'm going back to school this Saturday. Yeah, this Saturday, pretty early in the morning. So if I can get on court on Sunday, maybe I could even bring the radar gun out then, if I can get it. It isn't this tennis radar gun, it's the baseballs. So it is a good one. So I know people might be like, well, how accurate is that? Well, it's pretty darn accurate because our baseball team uses it. And our baseball team has a pretty good track record with how they have done. They've made like, they win the conference like every year. And like they make nationals like final 8 like all the time. They're insane. Heard the 97D is good. What's up, big man? What's up, buddy? Should come work at Tennis Warehouse with me and string some rackets. Oh my God, I would love to. Maybe I would get tired if I had to do like 20 a day, but the 97D, honestly, I'm blanking right now. What racket? Can you guys tell me what percept I demoed on the channel? The one that was 1820, that's one that I had. I had a hard time playing with that one. It was even like harder than a Prestige to play with for me personally. I tried Gut today for the first time. Hybrid with Poly Tour Pro. Nice. Broken 30 minutes though. FML. Yeah. Did you string it on the cross or the main? I strung mine in the main, and it's still in my racket. I didn't break it, and I played with it longer than 30 minutes. So that's interesting. And what gauge was your gut? Mine was 16. I played with RPM Blast 16 as well, so it was probably as durable as possible. I don't know if Beckett's still on here. As you guys know, Beckett's from Tencom, legend. This does look really sick, actually, the pink in here. I really do love the blue, so if it plays not as good as the blue, then I don't know. I have a ton of the blue, though. So, I don't know. We'll see. But it looks so sick, actually. But yes, guys, Beckett is the one that helped me with these beauties right here. Okay, people are talking about gut. Maybe talk amongst yourselves. Think the speed cosmetic upgrade. Ooh, I do want to talk about that. The head speed line. What do I think about the cosmetic, the new update? I thought the Prestige looked not bad. If Beckett is still on here once again, I think he is in the process of reviewing that or already did. I think it looks pretty solid. The speed though, I haven't really made up my mind yet. I will review it. But I don't know, I haven't really made my mind up. I like some parts of it, and then I don't like some parts about it. Something about Head, the way they design their rackets, I feel like as soon as they come out, generally I don't like the design, and then it grows on me. Like this Radical one though, I think is pretty solid. I also think the gravity and the Radical, in my opinion at least, are the best looking head rackets. The speed would be coming, actually, the speed would be close, but the Prestige is kind of nasty. It's kind of sharp. I love the nice Prestige look. But for Wilson rackets though, I don't know. I feel like Wilson rackets are just kind of like, I feel like they're not getting as much hype as they used to. Probably because there's no more Roger, to be honest. But like, I'm just not really connecting with their stuff that well right now, to be honest. Like, I'm not a blade lover. The Ultra line is just kind of trash, like, not gonna lie. No shade to my Ultra users. And the ship, it was good, but it hurt my arm. And their labs program, I think, is solid, and I maybe would like their H22. But I don't know. It's just not hitting home really for me. What's going on with my? I don't see it now. It's being weird. Some people are typing here. I'm sorry if I'm slow. I don't have like the $1 million setup where I get shit on my screen and all that. So it's being live from the camera, and then I have my other phone here to look at the comments. So please bear with me. Oh, Zachary went to the shift. Oh, that's interesting. Are you interested in the upcoming Pure Strike? I think I saw the cosmetic a few weeks back. It looks pretty solid. I actually, before I switched to my Extreme Tours, now we're going way back now, I think that, like before I switched to my Extreme Tours, I was really close to actually doing and going with the Pure Strike 1619. Now this was a while ago, but I don't know. I mean, I'll probably try it at some point, but like I don't really have any like intentions in switching rackets, but demoing, of course. Have you strung with non-electric stringer, drop weight? You know what? For the sake of that comment, we're doing it. Guys, this is my first stringer ever right here, drop weight. So, to answer your question, I have strung with a non-electric stringer. This is not electric, this is a crank. It works pretty good. Is it super accurate? Probably not. Probably should get it like test, but like I'm too lazy to do that. So yeah, it works good. I have strung with drop weight, but when I'm at school, I use an electric. Hot topic, Wilson is overrated in terms of options are not great. String is awful. You know what? So true. I think I agree with that. Sorry for my Wilson users. I think the Pro staff will always be solid, but in the blade, people, you know, there's the blade users out there, guys, and they are diehard blade users, and they never want to leave the blade. So other than that, I don't know. I don't really think they have that much to offer either. I mean, the shift, like I said, is good, but it just hurts my arm. That's true. They do have that new cosmetic of the blade coming out. I guess I'll have to try that as well. Well, I went to the Wilson factory, and it's being because of the new scene. Ooh, that's interesting. Maybe they are screwing it all up because of that guy. I think you're right. I think Yonex is, I think that's what you're saying. Yonex, yeah, Yonex used to be insane when they had those DR rackets. They were hot, like Yonex as a company then. Sorry, I'm trying to read as fast as I can. There's a lot of stuff here. There's a 1620 Pure Strike dropping. That's pretty solid. And yeah, I would also agree with that. The quality in the US for Wilson is not great either. Like I do have some people that like weigh their rackets and they're like way off. My radicals are actually pretty solid. I did spec them out, yeah, and I weighed them and tried to weigh them up at the same. But like when they first came in, I think that, you know, they might have been max a couple of grams, which is not bad. Yeah, you're right. 50% of players probably do use blades. I just think it's overrated. I think, you know, it's crazy because so many people friggin' like, okay, I love my doubles partner, but I'm about to throw him under the bus. He doesn't customize his racket. He just bought the blade because he's just like, man, I just always used it. I'll just upgrade to it. Like there's so many people that are out there that are like that. And there's nothing wrong with it. Like a lot of people are very much not in tune with the change of gear, the updates, the customizing stuff. Like I would say like on our team, only about half of the guys are customizing their rackets. And I know some people might be like, what? But it's just the truth. Like some guys are just not, they're not into it as much. And they don't really care, and that they've never cared. I've always been like trying to find the edge and like what's the best thing and la 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 la. But like if guys aren't customizing their rackets, they generally do use like a they're doing something with their racket, like it's a heavier racket, or they put like a couple over grips. Like everybody kind of has their own thing, of course. But you know, a lot of guys in college still use stock rackets, which is interesting, I think, because you know, there's guys that are like anywhere from 9 to 12 UTRs. I'm saying like there's like 12 UTRs out there, guys, that like don't have lead on their racket or silicone or anything, or like they do not customize their racket. I think that's interesting. And there's a lot of them as well. So we're about done the mains. I just have to tie off here. We got a good little chunk of people in here today. I'm sure you're typing away, people there, but I'll get there as soon as I can after I do these knots. Where did I put my starting clamp? Sorry, I'm not going mute. I'm just focusing here. This is one thing, guys, I actually talked about, I think before, or maybe it was the last live. It's been a few months, but like, don't pull tension on your knots. Always use your starting clamp, or if you have good enough grip strength, because it's bad for your racket. It can ruin it. All right, we'll cut this stuff off here. Yeah, I must say, it looks really good. Like it actually goes really well. Like it is pink. And then I look at the inside of my racket, it's more like a hot orange, but like it nearly matches. It's kind of sick. All right, what do we got in here? Whew, I wish Yonex would release a new V-Core 95D. What sponsors do you have other than Head? I think people just think that like when you become a YouTuber that like you just get like free everything in the world, and like I really don't get like, it's not like I have like $1 million sponsors or anything. Like I really don't have. I mean, occasionally I'll get stuff sent to me like for reviews and stuff for you guys, but like I'm not like racking it up with like the Rolex sponsors and stuff. Like really it's only just my Racquets, and yeah, I mean like when I'm at school I can kind of get anything I want for like a super heavy discount as well as at home, but like I mean it's not like I'm racking up it's not like I'm racking up sponsors or anything. I mean if somebody's out there and you want to give me a sponsor, let me know. Rafa killed team with his 370 swing weight. Yeah, insane, right? I'm looking here on my phone. I don't know what the quality's like. I hope it's okay. We're actively trying to do better. Like it's being shot on my iPhone right now. I wonder if I can like flip it around. I don't think it looks that great, to be honest, but I'm sorry if the quality is not up to standard. I'm trying, I am broke, but we will try and do better. Okay, yeah, Rafa just obliterated him the other day. Like insane, like crazy. Think you're thinking of the V-Core 95. Osaka hit very powerful with the E-zone on her comeback. Yes, she actually looked not bad, but she lost. Do Head give you rackets or just a discount? They didn't give me free rackets, but I got a nice, what do you call that? I don't know. I got some nice stuff. Let's just say that. Shelton, Osaka, Kiggs, all big hitters with E-zone. Yes, absolutely. I was not trying to talk bad about the E-zone. I just like personally don't like it. It just doesn't work well for me. Did Sam Sulek inspire your in-car vids? Whoever you are, you're a god. I love that comment. For the in the car portion, absolutely. Because I saw he was doing, like he's a legend. I saw he was doing like the in the car stuff, and I was always doing intros like literally, like I don't know if you guys can see. Beep. The bike. Or I mean I'm downstairs right now, but like we're not gonna bring you upstairs to my room. But like I was always doing intros and outros on the bike or in my room, and I was like kind of getting tired of it. And then I was like, well, Sam does it really good from in the car, and I was like, let's just try it in the car. And it's like kind of convenient because like I'm going to the gym anywhere, or I'm going to tennis or wherever. So I was like, let me just do it like that. And it was actually, I actually like doing it because it makes my drive to wherever I'm going so much more enjoyable. I get to kind of talk to you guys, if you know what I mean. So I like it. So yes, to answer your question, he did inspire me. His brother Mark also does that as well. But the guys, I'll be honest with you, like I truly believe that like the quality or like what I'm saying and doing in those videos is just as good. Like what I give to you guys in those videos is really good in my opinion, but like it doesn't seem like as many people like them. Maybe because they don't want to go to the gym. I don't know what the answer is, but like I will continue to do a lot of them because it's like my journey. Like I'm taking you on the journey. Like that's kind of what the channel is as well. Like I will do racket reviews and shoe reviews and strings reviews until I die. But like I also want to take you guys on my journey as well. So like that's why I'm doing the in the car stuff or at the gym, or like I bring you on court with me. So that's also like why we started this channel. It's not a review, it's not just a review channel, I should say. We do it for other reasons as well. So I really hope people would actually watch the gym videos more on this 130 challenge, because I think it's like, I think it's good, and I think some people can take away some things from it. I'm not saying you gotta go grind and throw up in the gym, but like, I don't know. It's interesting, like, every day I'm doing something different. Or at least I'm trying to. And when I take you guys on court, I'll play a match, or I'll show you guys what I'm doing. It's like, also me showing you guys like I'm trying to be resourceful as well. Like, people really don't understand, I don't think, and even my closest friends don't understand that, like, what it was like growing up in this house trying to play college tennis. It was not easy. Like, it's like, I don't know what, -5 outside, which is surprisingly kind of warm for this time of year, but like, I can't play tennis really outside. They take the nets down. We don't have indoor tennis here. We have to drive quite a distance to get it. So it was not an easy task. So like, I'm really trying to show you guys what it was like as well, because that's also why we started the channel. What it was like trying to get basically good at tennis from where I'm from. And like, I'm home on break, so that's why I'm not on court as much. As soon as I get back to school, there will be more on-court videos. And of course, I will do more reviews. I know my people love reviews, and I love doing them as well. But I think it was just time to switch it up a little bit. Okay, his YouTube growth has been insane. Yes. Sorry, there's a lot of comments here. I know, it's absolutely incredible. Him and his brother, to be honest, like, their content is not like super like incredible. Like, if you know what I mean, it's very simple, but it helps a lot of people, and I think a lot of people find it entertaining as well. What do you think happens when you have mass production? Oh, that's a conversation. I'm reading in on conversations now. I think your gym series has not been as popular as Sulek's because yours lacks the freak factor, lol. Sam is a freak. Absolutely. I don't deny that. I'm not trying to become necessarily a freak. I'm not, like, I didn't start it because of Sam. Like, I wasn't, like, trying to do this series because I wanted to be like him or anything. Like, I started the series to 130 because I want to get to 130. So, like, I don't even know what Sam's goal is. He wants to get, like, a certain weight or something. But to my point, I was going to do a lot of on-court videos, and then I was like, why don't I bring you guys in the gym? Because the gym videos that we've actually done, like the ones that we did for Chasing 13, or we did a video that was like 5 exercises or 10 exercises that can help you with your tennis or something, I forget. That video did really, really well, so we were like, wow, maybe a lot of people will like this. And some of them actually do okay. They do well. But then there were some that like really sucked. Like, and I'm not afraid to say that, like, sucked. So yeah, no, I'm not trying to be a freak. However, I will challenge anybody to a Versa on the planet, because I feel like I am a beast at that. But I am definitely no bodybuilder. I will say that. Definitely no bodybuilder. And I don't want to be either. That's just not my thing. So while I'm doing this, I am going to string another racket after. Do we want to put the Toro, which is the pink, do we want to put it on the main or the cross? I haven't really made my mind up, so let me know what you think, because that's the next racket I'm doing. I don't know if the pink would look better on the main or the cross when I do it with the blue. We only love reviews that aren't biased. Hey, I really, like, when I'm reviewing shit, I swear I'm really giving you what I think. Like, I think I got a lot of hate actually for this Toroline stuff. Like guys, I'm gonna review all the Toroline line here eventually, but like I really did switch to Super Tour because like I loved it. Like I really did. And like I think people also need to put themselves in my shoes as well, or at least try. Like I'm a college player, I play quite a bit of tennis. Our season is coming. I switched to the string somewhat recent. Like I'm not just gonna play with a shitty string to try and win like our conference. Like I want to perform, right? Like I'm gonna do things that are the best for me. Like somebody could give me like a very large sum of money and I wouldn't take it if it was gonna make my performance bad. Like I want to play with stuff that helps me or that I like. So like I promise you, like the Toroline stuff is very good. Like there's a reason also why Carew uses it. Like that guy's a beast. He's a good tennis player. He uses Toroline product. I think that Toroline will, maybe they won't, but they definitely have potential of becoming way bigger than they are. So yeah, I really do like it. And all my reviews, like when I talked about the whiteout extended, when I talked about the shift, like they hurt my arm. Like they really did. And I loved playing with them. Like honestly, I think the whiteout extended 1820 was like, I hit the ball better with that racket than I did with any other racket in my life. And I was like, I was even thinking like, I'm just gonna play with pain forever because it just felt so good. And then I came to my senses and was like, that's a horrible idea. But yeah, like I promise I'm always giving like, I'm always giving my best for reviews because I know a lot of YouTubers, not just tennis, whatever that may be, like they don't, because a lot of people, you know, they get paid to say stuff, and I don't want to do that. And of course, like if I start repping a clothing eventually, or maybe I won't, but like I use Toroline strings, so like I give you guys a code. Like that's just because like they saw that I used the string and they know I like it, so they will send me some string and I can try and help you guys out by giving you guys a discount. That has nothing to do with like me making millions of dollars, because like I say quite often, I am no millionaire, and I'm far from it. I think people forget that I just turned 20. Like I'm still a baby. I tell that to people at school all the time. They're like, you're only 20? I'm like, yeah, I'm 20. Sorry guys, I've been slacking on the comments, bear with me. Steve McCartney, what's up, brother? The Road to, I think the Road to is still doing well for Felix. I think that he is getting better. I think he is a good tennis player. I think that he's very lucky to be able to do that, because a lot of people don't have the money to just say, I'm gonna go pro and travel all these countries. So he's really lucky, and it is really cool. It is really cool what he's doing. And to be able to document all of it, like I think about like YouTube as a journey as well. Like for somebody like him, like if YouTube is still like a thing in like 40 years or whatever, like he'll have all these videos to like look back on as well. Like that's also like where I put some of my matches on YouTube, or practice with the guys at school or whatever it is. Like I think in a long time, maybe 10, 20 years, like to look back on that, I think it's kind of nice as well. You have all this stuff that you did in your life. And I think that's really cool for him as well. Like he's trying to be a pro and it's being documented, and I think that's awesome. I think Felix could benefit from college tennis as well. I think it would teach him a lot. Tennis with Andy, thanks, bud. I do know a lot of people do love them. And there's actually a lot of local people that live here, like in my city. And I actually saw one of them today in the gym, and like it was really nice to hear from him. Like there's some people that actually go to my gym and do workouts there that like watch my videos and they think it's cool. So like that's really nice to hear as well, that like hopefully it inspires or it helps people. That's what will improve your game for the majority of Racquet. Yes, I agree. Collab in 2025 when we are the Mr. Beast of tennis. Yeah, I'm 20. Yeah. Have you noticed that some rackets favor us? That's a good question. I kind of understand what you're saying there about the grips. The only thing I can say about grips is like I hate Technofiber grips. I'll say that right here. I think I even said, I don't know if I said the word hate, but I was pretty close probably. I didn't like those grips when I demoed that racket. It's on the channel. I did use Vocal Cyclone at one time. What made you stop using it? I thought it died out really quickly. At the time I was using it in my Pure Arrow. We're going back a few years now. But I didn't love it. Yes. S-Y, Sai, I think that's how you say your name. I agree a lot about that comment when it comes to Toroline. People that hate on it just haven't tried it. You're probably right. And you're probably right also. Felix is probably rich. I think he might come from money. But, I mean, I don't know. It's not great to assume either, guys. Love the channel. Thank you, Aiden. Appreciate it. Oh, you're a fellow Canadian. Surrey? I think that's how you say it. Crazy. It is a small world. Yeah, for my Canadians here. How many Canadians do we have in here? Just out of curiosity. It's always nice to hear from my Canadians. And for my Canadians, maybe you would understand my situation a little bit more. I am from St. John, New Brunswick. We don't have any indoor tennis here. So that's why there's not many tennis players that come from here. So wherever you folks are that are from Canada that are on this stream right now, if you have indoor tennis, I'm not like trying to like brag about myself, but like imagine trying to become a college tennis player and you never got to play indoor tennis for like most of your junior career. Kind of sucks. And that's what I had to do. Just on a side note, the feeling of the string, they're very similar. The pink does feel a tiny bit different. Like, I can't really describe it though. I can't really put it into words right now. Maybe a little bit more glossier with this pink one, the Toro. And the blue is, it's still kind of more of a glossy feel, but not as much. I am very excited to try this though, I will tell you guys that. Because it is true, with some strings, the color can really make a difference. So I think I will even like, not do a re-review, but like I will video it. And if it does play different enough, I will record a video on it. So if you guys do see a video in the future about this, that means it did something. I do find that when I'm doing lives with you guys, I do slack a bit on my string, like I don't straighten it sometimes, like the strings and the crosses, because I'm talking so much. What do we got in here now, guys? Where do you guys go for tennis then? So we have to travel in the winter, so every time it's bad weather or winter weather, I have to travel to another city which is called Fredericton, New Brunswick. New Brunswick is the province, Fredericton is the city, which is an hour and 20 minutes away from my doorstep there, and then I gotta do it back. So sometimes it's like 3 hours in the car a day, which is not great. Anywhere from 2 hours and 40 minutes to 3 hours a day. Not great. Oh. I really thought there was a, yes. Guys, my geography, I'm sorry. There is one in Canada though. Nice, Rich. Guys, it is a grind to go to Albany. I will tell you that. Albany is the center. What Rich is talking about, guys, is that's the center that I do play at when we go to the winter. Really nice facility. Yeah, sorry. I got really hyped up there, man. I thought you were Canadian. I got really, really hyped up. I was thinking, man, we have some more fellow Canadians in the chat. Also, on a side note, I don't think I ever told you guys this on a live stream, but I did live my matches in the past on YouTube, but the quality was so bad, and I think it's because I had to use data, and YouTube was only allowing a max 720 output, I think, or maybe it was even less. So the quality was so bad. For some of the lives that I did in the past. So far, I think it was at the end of last year for my season. At the start of this year, I've been doing everything on Facebook. So if you guys follow us on Facebook, you'll be able to watch all of my matches there whenever we play. If you want to, of course. Literally nobody knows we have Facebook. We do repost everything and post occasionally on there as well. Just as much as Instagram, if not more. But so if you guys want to watch my matches, that's where they generally will be. Or of course, if we're playing a team and they have it not broadcasted but lived, then it will be on their athletics site. But you guys can follow us on Facebook if you want. There's only ever a couple people on those lives. I'm talking max 3. Because it's literally probably my grandmother, my other grandparents, and then my mom. Because just nobody knows that we have an MB Tennis account on Facebook. I'm sure some people are typing there, bear with me, or have asked a question about something. I'm just trying to catch up a bit here on my crosses. I don't want to be down here until midnight or anything. I love you guys, but I do have other stuff I need to do today. Alright. Oui, je parle français. Yes, I speak French. Tennis doctor. Tennis doctor? Why do I know that? I know Pro Doc Zach, he's sick, but tennis doctor must be another YouTuber. I'm not entirely sure who that is. Maybe enlighten me, tell me about him. Maybe I have seen his videos, I don't know. I used to watch a ton of YouTube, and not just tennis YouTube, I was super big into tech reviews for like the longest time because I'm a nerd like that. But then like, I don't know, I went to school and like, you just get busy, and like all of a sudden then I was just thinking about like our MP tennis content, like how can we make it better? And then honestly, I don't spend that much time watching videos. I end up just watching a lot of shorts, to be honest, so I don't see that guy. I don't think I've seen many of his videos on YouTube. It's definitely looking a lot more pink now. When I did the mains, it was looking more like an orangey coral color, but now, well, it still kind of does. If you think it's a coral color and you look at it, you're like, okay, I see it. And then if you think it's a hot pink, then you see the hot pink. Cadwa, you know it, man. Like, that's kind of the goal. Like, if I can make enough money eventually, if people love me enough to watch my videos for a longer period of time, and we can make our content even better so we can get more people to watch, then I mean, yeah, of course. I do have plans of attempting stuff like that, and I think MP tennis is really gonna evolve over the next 2 years. And I'm not just saying that, like, I think a lot is gonna happen. I really, really, really want to play club tennis. And for people that are not familiar about club tennis, it's in Germany. They have other clubs in Europe as well, but it's mostly in Germany. And you play for a club, and you play a very high level. It can be a very high level. And I would love to take you guys with me there, and then use hopefully money that I've made from work or whatever, this YouTube, and maybe from club tennis, and try going for it. Tennis is not, I don't play tennis just to play tennis. I don't do these 130 serve videos just to do it. I do it because like I want to get better as well. Like, that's the point of the YouTube channel, once again, like, to see how far I can go from coming from a very, very small town. And that's why I do the videos. And that's why sometimes, like I said earlier, reviews, I love doing them because I love new product. But I don't love doing them too much all the time, because it kind of takes away from like why we do the channel. But don't worry, I will review stuff. Alright guys, we're on the last cross here. Gonna need to get a little water break here. Working hard here, grinding. That's the other thing about the 130 challenge, is like, I feel like it helps me get to know you guys better, because the people that comment on those videos, like, a lot of them care, and they really are watching the videos, and like, it gets to like, it sounds weird, but like, it makes me get to know you guys better, for the people that are into those. So like, I really like that. Sometimes when I do like racket reviews or strings, like, there will be so many comments on there, and a lot of the times it's about the same stuff, so I don't really get to connect with you guys as well as I would as with these videos, or like when people also comment on like my college videos of like matches and stuff, like I also really enjoy doing that as well. Come on. Oh. I don't know if Rich, I don't know if you're still on here, but I'm also coming to, or going to Fredericton tomorrow to play. So maybe I'll see you there. All right, guys, Toro is done. Just gotta cut stuff off. That's about it. I mean, it should play very similar, but I am really interested if it will feel more poppy or more lively, if it will give me a little bit more spin, if it doesn't feel as controlled or more controlled, or every string is a little bit different like that. Always got to make it look good. There we are. All right, racket number 2 coming up. Let me answer some comments here, though. I know people are probably yapping here. Okay. Do I think I could beat Felix? I would like to think that. I think his UTR is like close to 12. So, I mean, you can just answer that yourself. I probably could not beat him. But I would love to play him. Do a road to 1 ATP point. Man, I wish. But like right now I'm still playing college, so like I can't really like travel the world. Or like travel to Europe that much to play. If I could, I would. Do I know intuitive tennis? I do know intuitive tennis. A lot of his videos pop up on my MP tennis feed as well. Do I have a marketing manager? My dad. Me and my dad do a lot of this together for people that don't know. Because Hit With Me can't, I do know that account actually, Hit With Me. Just started watching you. Do you like your string setup? Is it the best you have ever used compared to Torbite, Alu, Hybrid G, Confidential? Great question. I was talking about this a little bit earlier. I will bring both of my rackets over here that I have down here. String flinging around here. So yeah, I do use the Super Toro, or this is Super Toro. This is called Toro. Same thing, different color. And I do love it. I do love it. And I was saying earlier that I'm not just saying that. Like it truly is the best I have used ever, at least for me. And you know, at the time, was Confidential the best for me? Absolutely. Would I still recommend Confidential? Absolutely. Is it still one of the best strings out there in my opinion? Absolutely. So if I couldn't use Super Toro anymore, would I go back to Confidential? Absolutely. So Confidential and Super Toro, I think, are definitely up there in my favorites. I actually enjoyed Wasabi as well. I just thought the launch was too high. That's another thing. People will get mad at me sometimes for saying that they think that I advertise Toroline so much. Well, the reason why I advertise Toroline so much, talk about it, because it's friggin' amazing. Because it is. It really is good. So, I think Alu Power is solid. I think it's overrated, even though it's very good. It is very good, but since it's so good and has the Lux name, I think that it's a tiny bit overrated. And it's not for everybody. I think everybody that starts playing with a poly thinks they can just, you know, start using ALU. It's not true. I actually think Hyper G is probably the most overrated string. It's still pretty good. I just think it's overrated. And of course, it's all my opinion. So, I mean, everybody needs to be able to take that with a grain of salt. Like, yeah, I play a lot of tennis and I'm pretty good, and I'm pretty educated about tennis and string and rackets. Am I tennis nerd level? Probably not. But I do think I have a pretty good understanding of all that works. And I do think that there are strings that are out there that are extremely overrated. And I think there's better out there. A lot of people have been on me to try restring. And a lot of people can't believe that I haven't tried it yet. And I think it's just because I found Super Toro in like Toroline in general before restring. I think restring, from what I've heard, is also very, very good. And I believe what I've heard about it. Toroline and restring are probably the hottest up and coming stuff, at least from what I've heard in our tennis world for all of us here. It would be sick though, if like a pro, well, I guess you could talk about Karuk, but I mean like a pro, top 100 started using like Restring or Toroline or Grapple Snake. It's another brand. I did review some of their stuff and it's pretty good as well. I didn't like it. Their Tor Sniper is quite solid, and their M8 is also really solid as well. Their Game Changer for me though broke really quickly. I think it's because it was pretty sharp. It was a 4-sided string. And then I did try their Paradox, and that actually played very well as well, but I just couldn't, I was breaking that fast. So, okay guys, we're on racket number 2. We didn't get any comments in there about what we're gonna do. Are we gonna do the Toro on the main or the Super Toro on the main? Better get some comments in here fast because you guys will help me make my decision. And like I said earlier, I will do something with this racket, whether it's a short, whether it's a video. If I think it makes a big enough difference, I will make a full video on it because I think it could be worthwhile if somebody likes Toro or Super Toro. Tadwa, you said with your 130 video, get into contact with Marco. What's Marco? See you, Nathan. Have a great evening. Nice. I could only get a late slot 3 to 5. Have a great hit. I think, yeah, so I'm out earlier. I think tomorrow I'm hitting until 11:30, so I won't see you either, but have a good hit. Ryan Roberts, best head string for Head Radical. Head has, I think Head just has okay string overall, but if you really want to get a head string, I'd recommend like Head Hawk or Head Lynx. Head Lynx Tour or Head Hawk. If you want to hybrid it, you could put Velocity maybe in a cross or something. But I personally like Head Hawk Power, and Lynx Tour. You're right, learning to string gut is hard. I strung it for the video the other day. It's not easy to do. I would use it, but it's so expensive. I really did enjoy using it. Still planning on using the Adidas Cybersonic as your choice. Or shoot, oh my god, I can't speak anymore. New subscriber from Ontario. Welcome, my fellow Canadian. I don't know how long that comment was, but hopefully you're still on here. Nice to have you here. Welcome. The video that you saw from the Cybersonic was, I don't know, maybe like 10 months ago, maybe almost a year. I got that shoe right away when it came out. That video actually didn't do amazing, but I think it's a good video. The shoe's really solid, but I like a shoe that's very close to the ground. So I thought there was too much padding for me. So I didn't end up, you know, staying with it. I used the Vapor Pro for the rest of my college year last year and just bought a crap load of them and used them all summer. Now I'm hanging on to my 9.5s, and then I'll hopefully be able to demo some of the new Nike shoes, the Challenge 1, Challenge Pro, and hopefully maybe one of those will become my new daily trainer and driver on court. And then if not, maybe I'll try like the new Solution Speed 3 when it comes out. Thanks, great answer. I will try Super Toro. Awesome, enjoy. Genesis, yeah, I've heard of that. I do have to check those out. I bet Gut and Super Toro would be good as well. Cheers. Finding it tough to find something that suits me at the moment, but Head Hawk Power is defo best at the moment. Yeah, Head Hawk Power plays well. I think I put Head Hawk Power in when I demoed the Whiteout Extended, and I loved it. It worked really well. I'm trying to catch up, guys. Oh, Marco is the guy that helped Rafa serve 138 to 142. What string do you recommend for Head Radical Pro? Well, it depends. There's so many good strings out there. If you want to go with a poly, you can try what I use. I use Toroline Super Toro. You can even get it for 25% off if you use our code. That's me doing a little bit of marketing for myself, of course, but Head makes great strings. I mean, Head doesn't make amazing strings. I just said they were okay. They are just okay. You can try Vogel Cyclone. You can put ALU. Might be tough on your arm. Confidential is good. But yeah, try Super Toro. It's pretty cheap as well. Enzo Pro, it's coming. The other strings from Toroline, full reviews on them, they're coming. What string am I using? I don't know. I'm not a stringer nerd. I don't know all the names in and out about the stringers, so that's a weakness of mine, guys. I'm horribly sorry. I bought this stringer used. I don't know. It has a crank. It does the job. It's funny. I did know the name and the number, but I don't know. I'm sorry. That's really bad. I don't know. Have you tried True Pro, formerly Tier 1? You might like their Black Knight or Duraflux. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Maybe I've heard of Black Knight somewhere. Somebody reviewed Black Knight on YouTube somewhere. No prob, appreciate the response, of course. All Court Tennis. Dude, you're a legend. Welcome. Like, you're an absolute legend. You make awesome videos, man. Welcome to the stream. Somebody, I think we only had one comment in here about... We only had one comment about Super Toro on the main. Well, guys, majority wins. Here we are. So we're going the blue Super Toro on the mains once again. 50 pounds. I think I actually need to put new lead here on my 12 o'clock position of my racket. It's starting to get a little old looking. Yeah, the Toro is definitely more glossier than the, well, not by a lot, but enough to feel it here in my fingers, at least. Well, we have a lot of people on here. There's this idea that me and my dad had for like a long time. But like MP tennis as a whole was never like, we're definitely not big, but like we're like do okay for a small channel, I guess you say. It would be sick if we had like one big like YouTuber tournament. Like you could have like Carew, you could have Tennis Nerd, you could have me, you could have what's his name? Oh my god. You could have like both tennis brothers. You could have, you know, Mark Sansit. You could even have Ian from Essential Tennis and make like one draw of like 32. And everybody did a video on it. I think that would be so sick. Because everybody could do like a vlog of like their preparation and stuff. I think that would be so funny. What a grind that would be. And you could host it in like LA or something. Yes, you could also have Winston do. He makes great content. Love his stuff. Yeah, just have like all the YouTubers. It'd be sick. But then who would you, and you could have like UTR do the tournament. Like that'd be so sick. There's a, you know, I would actually say like tennis on YouTube over the last 5 years has gotten so much better. Like, I remember like when I was young, like I'm like 20 now, but when I was like U10 and U12, like it was just Ian from Essential Tennis that was making stuff, and like it was hard to get like online instruction. Well, there was other guys, but nobody that was as big as Ian. So it was tough to, like I said, I come from a small area, so like not a ton of coaching, right? So we did seek YouTube occasionally as a tool. But like now we have so much. There's entertaining tennis content, there's of course coaching content, there's gear content. That never existed a while ago, but I guess that goes for all sports. Like there's a lot of stuff, like I watch a lot of hockey as well, like there's a lot of stuff for hockey as well, and my sister does volleyball, so there's like volleyball content, of course. But YouTube is just popping off with everything now. Oh man, guys, I'm sorry. I'm catching, I'm falling behind in the comments. Please bear with me. Ooh, have I tried the new Confidential 3.0, the light blue one? I have not tried that. I don't know if I can say this, but Sulek did send me something. I don't know if they released it though, and I didn't actually review it yet. It's a Hyper G variation. But like, I've been kind of out of the Sulek world recently. Like I haven't, like I finished reviewing a lot of their products. So they did send me one that I did not review yet, but I don't want to say anything in case it's like not released. But I didn't even know about this Confidential one, to be honest. Blah, 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 blah. How does one get their hand? Listen, I didn't even know that existed. So have you considered a collaboration with Winston and maybe play a match with Carew? Jason Bourne, that's a legendary name on YouTube. If that was your actual name, that'd be even better. I mean, I would love to. Man, heck, Carew, if you ever see this video and want to coach me, I think Carew does a great job on YouTube. Clearly has a great wealth of knowledge. Played, you know, at UCLA. Played pro. Great friends with Marcos and other guys that play on tour. Was Naomi with Naomi when she won some slams, like, and now he's going for it again. I love it. I'm a big Carew fan, and I was a sub on his channel, I think, when he had like around 2,000 subs. So I'm kind of an OG sub to his channel, and I think that's why I like him so much. Just because I started watching him when he was early on in his creating days, and I remember watching his videos with my dad. I was like, this guy knows what he's talking about. Like, this guy is like on a roll. And the content he was making was unique as well, because he was with Naomi, right? Yeah, I feel more connected to YouTube tennis players than pro players because you get to know them so much better. That's very true. And have one pro, maybe Marcos Giron, so maybe we can get a sense of how good pros are. Did you have a coach growing up or just your dad and you figured it out together? That's a great question. I'm gonna try and like not offend here, because I don't know who will watch this in the future, but like I truly believe that I had the two most influential people on my tennis career were number one, my dad. My dad, he gave up a lot. Well, I should say my family gave up a lot for me. And my dad learned how to coach. Like this MP tennis stuff is like both of us together. My dad used to play pro hockey. You could look him up, you'll find him. So he was not a tennis player growing up. So I give a lot of my, getting good at tennis, I guess you could say, to him. Then I also had another coach, his name was Pierre, and I worked with him for 3 or 4 years, I think. 3 years. While I was a junior, and that guy, I give a lot of credit to him as well. Just taught me a lot about, about everything. Love that guy. So I really give a lot of my learning of tennis and getting better and like my foundational like outlook of tennis to my dad and my coach Pierre. Like I said many times so far in this stream, I didn't grow up with, indoor tennis, right? So we had to be so resourceful. Like, how can I compete with these kids that are like national level when like I don't play? So like I played hockey for a lot of years not to stay fit because I liked it for many years, but then I gave it up. And one of these things is my coach, Pierre at the time, he still is a freak athlete. And like he played a lot of sports growing up. He had a huge serve. And like one of his messages to me was like, hey, like if you ever want to make college, like you need to be like a freak in the gym. Like you need to your number one quality is just, you need to be able to grind. You need to learn how to like get your hands dirty like that. So that was number one. And then also we worked on my serve a lot as a junior. So when I would play kids that were, from national tournaments or even like more local, like Atlantic provincial level tournaments, I won with my serve and my first touches because I can control that. And like things like consistency, I struggled a bit when I was younger because I didn't get the reps. So there would be days when I was like, 13 years old and I would come home from school. And we have a renovated basement now, so that's a little bit different. But I would come in this room and I would just stay down here for like 2 hours and just do like serve shadow swings and stuff like that all day. Like serve shadow swings and volley shadow swings. And I would do it like, I would make shit up and I would do it through the ladder. And I was just literally like trying to find a way to like, just to be able to compete with these kids that have training every day. So I guess I'm kind of going on a little ramble now, but I give a lot of credit to my dad and my coach Pierre with a lot of my developmental stuff. And there was even times like, I think my first year, U16 year, like I still didn't get a lot of indoor tennis. I played a tournament once and like I think I made it to the final. Like that was the crazy thing. Like I ended up doing, like I was playing well because I was doing all these things. I served and volleyed like I think 90% of my serves because like I knew that's what I could control. I could control my serve and I could do my best to hit a good volley. And I still, to this day, will serve and volley a little bit because I had to do it for a while because that's like all I had. But yes, long story short, I give a lot of credit to my coach Pierre and of course my dad. What else do we have? I really went on a tangent there. I think all pros need to learn to string. I agree. I know so many people that are great tennis players that don't know how to string a racket. Carew has gone pro again, yes. Oh, dude, Liam, like, I agree so much with your Winston comment there. And, like, it's just so funny. Like, I watched Carew was playing against the #1 guy from UCLA. I forget his name. I don't want to butcher it either. But, like, when they're doing their intros and stuff, it's so chill and it's so relatable. And I also do love that he's doing the stuff, like, or he was, I don't know if he still is, doing the stuff on the side with Carew, like, trying to make his game better. Because that's awesome. I love that. I love people that are, like, trying to find a way. Like, because literally, like, people just want to get better. And, like, Winston is, like, he knows that he's not going to play pro. Like, he's older. Well, he's not older, but, like, he's older than me. And, like, he just wants to probably play in maybe, like, some higher level events for USTA or UTR or whatever. And he just wants to get better. And, like, I think it's so cool that, like, he is getting better, first of all. And then he's documenting it. It's sick. And, like, he's also, like, showing some awesome, like, quality tennis on the channel. Like, that's, I said earlier, because I always am doing tennis stuff with my dad, so that's why I say it. I was watching Carew versus that guy from UCLA, the #1, and I was like, do people, like, if I was in the area, I'd be going to watch that on the bench next to them, because it's, like, a great level, and it would be so fun to be around those guys. And I'm just thinking, like, do people, like, people just don't even know that those matches are happening. It's hilarious. Like, that's borderline, like, I mean, that's a good level. I mean, Carew is, you know, training with Marcos and those guys. Those guys are top, you know, 50, 100 in the world. And, you know, that's ITF, you know, challenger level that they're playing there at those courts, like, and nobody knows it's happening. I think it's just funny because, like, there's nobody there except, you know, them three and Winston. You know, guys, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't thinking about stringing. I wasn't thinking about streaming. And I'm happy I did. It's not something I do much anymore because, you know, I'm honestly just busy with, you know, school and work and tennis and putting videos for you guys. And it's nice to have some people on here tonight just to chat to and help. If I'm helping, hopefully I'm helping some people tonight with some questions. All right. Learning about how to string? That's a great question. He actually made a video about how to string a racket. I don't know how great that video was, but it was a while ago. I learned how to string on a drop weight. If you zoom or, like, rewind this live to, like, near the beginning, I show the drop weight stringer. I'm looking at it right now. I started on a drop weight. Now I have a crank. I use an electric at school. And I just learned on YouTube. You know, I was playing with hybrid strings at the time, really shitty ass string. It was golden set tennis string. Super cheap, not great. And I was breaking their hybrid setup that I was using, whatever it was at the time, so fast. And I just was chatting with my dad, and we're paying so much to string, and it's like low-key a waste of money. Some stringers, you know, charging like $40, even if you bring a string. It's stupid. And even with the stringer that I used most of the time was $15, it's still like a waste. Like, and my dad was just like, you should just learn to string. And I was like, Okay. Bought a drop weight. Wow, I made a lot of mistakes on that thing though. It takes, I think the first racket I strung might have been like 5 hours. It was awful. I was also probably about 14 or 15 maybe. So, you know, it was a rough period there for sure. And then, actually, I was talking about the indoor facility earlier that I play at in the winter that's far away from my house that I have to go to. And this was their old machine. And they started hosting women's 15 and 25K events, so they needed to get an electric stringer for the tournaments, for the stringers that would come in and use them. So they sold me this one. So this one's actually a pretty solid machine. It's one of the better, it's a little older now though. But when it came out, it would have been a pretty solid one. So yes. I don't even know what your original question was. Do you think it would be valuable for a would-be stringer to learn on a drop weight or just skip straight to the crank? If you can afford the crank, I would go for a crank. But there's some drop weights out there that it might even be like $200 or $400. I don't know anymore. But if you want to be like kind of more budget, drop weights can work great. They might not be as accurate, but they're easier to travel with as well. Like I had a buddy that I played with last year when we went our spring break trip to Florida. He brought his drop rate stringer with us and he was stringing some of the guys' rackets in the house. So it was easy to bring around. This crank, this is a pain in the, to bring around. It sucks. It's heavy. I think the only time I've ever really moved it out of this room was when I brought it in here. I remember bringing it back home from the facility and I was like, how do you even carry this? Like it's got the stand and yeah, it's tough to carry the electric and the crank ones. Unless there's some electric ones that are really heavy, but you can kind of take the bottom off. Like I had one of our school stringers I had in my room last year and it was an electric one and it was easier to move around, but I had to put it in like a cart to get it in and out of my room. Like it was heavy. So we got the Toro we were coming in on the crosses. Be interesting to see how the hybrid plays versus the full bed. And you know what? It looks way more pink when I had the blue in here than like with this. When I look at it from away, it does not look as pink for sure. But now when I have the blue in here, it brings out, you can see it way more. I read you can use an ironing board as a stand. You probably could. Make sure it's sturdy though, because that wouldn't feel great if it fell and hit your foot or something. Tennis with Andy, thanks legend. I will have a good hit tomorrow. I'm not playing a match, but I am, it's more of like a hit practice, which I will record for you guys as well. So, yep, we'll see you later. Thanks, bud. Great. That's the thing I forget sometimes, like, I mean, on YouTube and, you know, people are from all around the world. Like, for me right now, it's 8 o'clock. So when people say they're out or saying they're going to bed, I'm like, damn, you go to bed early. But depending on where you are, maybe it's really early in the morning or really later at night or you got to go to work or whatever. That's one thing about YouTube. It's so cool. You just connect with people from everywhere. People have different backgrounds. People play with different rackets, different string, different tensions, all of it. Ooh, that didn't sound great. How long have we been going for? I can't see it. 85 minutes. All right. So like an hour and 25 minutes. Damn. See if I can pick up the pace a bit. Like I said earlier, when I do these lives, I tend to string much slower because I just get, to be honest, pretty amped up just to talk to you guys. I get excited to do that. So I string slower. Knock on wood. Normally, like when I first started doing these lives, I would always make mistakes because I wouldn't pay attention. I would do a double over or a double under on a cross or whatever. Haven't really been doing that anymore. I think I'm just reached a point in my stringing life where I don't make the stupid mistakes anymore. But yeah, I used to do lives like quite a bit, if I remember correctly. Wherever you are tuning in from, I know Rafa is coming on. For me, it will be like at 4 a.m. For other people, it will be during the day. For other people, maybe it will be late at night. But Rafa's playing somebody from Australia, Kubler, I don't know how to say his name. Cube something or other. I think that's who he's playing. He's playing in Australia, I think. Interesting. My stringer. How often do I need to recalibrate my string machine? Remember, I don't know if you were on here earlier, but I was saying that like not great with my stringer. Like I don't know the name. I'm not great with it. Like the only thing I'm doing with this machine is I'm just cleaning the clamps. So the 50 pounds on this machine might be like 47 or it could be 53 or maybe it's like, I don't know. It's probably off. But I'm not here for like half of the year anyway. So it doesn't get a ton of use in that time. My dad will string on it occasionally. But it doesn't really matter because I know it's extremely close. Like it might be a couple pounds off. And it's not like I'm going to play like any crazy tournaments when I'm here for those times. And even if I was, like I would be confident to string on this machine anyway. But yeah, I haven't really recalibrated it recently. All I do is I just make sure my clamps are clean and the stringer is not, like I clean it. But other than that, I'm not doing much. I should, but I don't. Yeah, I really should though. I do notice a little bit of a difference though, like when I come back from school. Not like, I don't even know if I notice if it's tighter or looser. It just feels a little bit different, and that's just because it's on a different stringer. Like the 50 pounds on here feels different than my 50 pounds at school. So about halfway done here. The other Toroline strings that I'm very excited to like do a review on are the Absolute and the Enzo. I feel like playing, I mean the Wasabi was solid, but I didn't play full. I thought the launch was a little bit too high for me, so I don't really need to like re-review that or anything because I remember how it felt. The Caviar though, maybe I'll throw that in full bed. So I wonder how that would play, full bed. Maybe I'll even, I know a lot of people, like when we put the poll out earlier today, they were, a couple, I think one or two people commented. One of them was like, they really loved anyway that I was doing some Toroline reviews. So maybe I'll make like a Toroline playlist. I think we might have a string playlist. We've got a, oh, that's the other thing. My dad does a lot of that stuff, like puts the videos in there, helps me edit them and stuff. So yeah, maybe we'll, I don't know if we don't, we should have like a Toroline because like I will try, if this ends up being like a full review again of the Super Toro, then I'll put this one kind of like under that one or like in the playlist somewhere so people can find it. I think it will play different. I mean, Carew thought there was a difference between his K-Pro and K-Pop. So I'm guessing I will, you know, feel a difference here somewhere. And it will be interesting if I stay with, I mean, it's all cut up now, but if I stay with the blue or if I stay with the, or sorry, not stay with, go to the all pink, or if I end up liking the hybrid. It'll be interesting. Theoretically, they all should play a tiny bit different, but it might be hard to notice like the difference, say, between the hybrid setup and the all blue, or the hybrid setup and the all pink, but the all pink might feel different than the all blue. I think stringing would suit my methodical and obsessive nature, LOL. I just need to find a good used one on eBay. Yeah, absolutely. If you find one on eBay and it's good, it's legit, it's good, I would go for it. A lot of people, like I have a friend, great stringer, and he stringed, well, he's not in Florida right now, he's in the Netherlands, but he would string at a pro shop there in West Palm. He also played college tennis, and he would string 25 rackets every day or some crazy number like that. And where am I going with this? What was the question? Oh, he thinks it's, he finds it very like relaxing, very, what's the word I'm looking for? I use it all the time when I'm talking about stringing. Therapeutic. Some people find it therapeutic like that. Like some people find knitting or sewing or whatever therapeutic. I ain't that kind of guy. This feels like work to me. Like I don't want to do it. Especially when I get tired or I have a tournament. I like gotta string 3 rackets. Like, man, I'm out. I don't want to do that. Occasionally, like if I'm stringing 1 racket for like a review or I'm doing a string review, I get excited to that. But after I'm done the mains, I'm like, I'm tapped out. I don't want to do it anymore. Even though I can string like 25 minutes if I really want to, I just don't find it therapeutic or like some people do. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crosses here. For people that are still on here right now, is there any products? Is there any types of videos? This is a great opportunity to just kind of like let me know what you are interested in. We're always open to feedback here. What would you like to see? Is there anything, you know, like when I'm at school, like you want to know about college tennis, or like, is there any gym exercise or mental work? I don't know, strings, gear, shoes. Let me know what you think. I'm always open to, you know, trying a new kind of video. Also helps me. I mean, I got tons of video ideas for the stuff over the next few months with gear and goals and things that I think you guys would like, but we can always do like a video here or there that's like a subscriber based video. We have done that in the past. When people ask us to review certain things, we go out of our way and get that racket or buy it or trade it or do something and get a review that some people have asked for. So let me know if you have any like requests. I can't say I'll do them, but I can try. Yeah, that's the one reason I don't want to invest too much money into one, in case I find it a chore and hate it. Well, here's the deal. I think that, like, I don't regret getting a stringer one bit. It also depends how much you break. I was breaking a lot, like every week. I was breaking like maybe once or twice every week, and I was like 14 or something, 13, maybe somewhere around there, and like it was annoying. So then that's when I was like, we got to get a stringer. If you break once a month, then I don't think it's a good idea to get a stringer, because it will save you time. You don't need to learn how to do it. You get somebody else to do it. But if you're breaking more than that, I think it's a great opportunity to learn how to do it. You get more involved in like the string racket tension world. It's kind of interesting to learn about that. And then of course, you can make a little bit of side cash. Always, if you know, if somebody's like, I need to string my racket, anybody string near me, you know how to string. So then you can string that person's racket. Kind of looks weird with the blue now that I'm looking at it. And man, is this pink, when you look at it from far away, if you say it's like an orangey color, it really does. And then you say, no, it's pink, and it looks pink. It's so weird. All right, I got some comments there. Just give me a sec. I'm on my last cross here, so I'll read all of them here when I'm done. probably the last, well, it's definitely the last racket that I'm stringing on the string before I go back to school. So next live, if I do one here in the next few ones, will be on my stringer at school. I shouldn't say my stringer, I should say our stringer. Because I share it with the guys and the girls, even though we string all the girls' rackets for free. Can you believe that? Earlier in the video I said to never do this, but I'm going to do it a little bit. This string is popping out a bit. There we go. Just give me a sec. If you left a comment, I will answer it. Promise. All right, there it is. Throw this over here. All right, what do we got in here? I know you aren't a fan of the racket for you, but I'm looking forward to testing Super Toroline. Oh man, yeah, absolutely. I just think the E-Zones just didn't work well for me, but for many people, no shame in liking the E-Zone, absolutely, but enjoy it. I think it would probably work well. If you enjoy it, you can use our code to get a little bit of a deal. But yeah, I hope you like it. In fact, you can try their Toroline string and use the code as well for people that are interested. But what about if I just want to try lots of different strings? Oh, absolutely. Like if you want to try a lot of different strings and you want to get like a drop weight or whatever, that's a good idea as well. And yeah, I could make a little money as well, absolutely. More videos on how you and your dad practiced when you were juniors. Advice for parents. Jason, actually, on our channel, if you go back a while ago, there is some videos that are for that. We also have like a college blueprint on our website that like kind of shows you how I did it with my dad, kind of like, you know, by herself. And we also have an ebook on there as well. That is for like parents and stuff for their kids on the tennis journey and stuff like that. So yeah, you can definitely check those out. Those are things that are already available. But yeah, that's great feedback. Thank you. Maybe we can make a video on that stuff as well here in the future. But yeah, we do have like a college tennis blueprint that can help like girls and boys that are in juniors that want to kind of get to the college level or wherever, if you're, you know, have trouble with resources. But then the ebook is good as well. And then of course we do have some like videos early on that I did with my dad when we were younger that would probably help you in that category as well. But in the meantime, you guys can type away there. I know we don't have as many people as we did earlier, but we have Toro here. So for people that are interested, this is the all, hot pink color in my Radical Pro. And then this is, the blue and the pink. So the Super Toro and the Toro. So they sound pretty bang on. I'm excited to give these a try tomorrow. You guys, I'm gonna put my stringer away and then I'm gonna kind of sign off here. So if you have a question, just kind of type it in there and I'll answer it here before I go. All right, so. All right, guys, what a live stream for parents out. Jason, if you're still on here, that's my dad actually, so I'll kind of just stand here for like an extra few minutes if you want to respond to him. If you're still on there, I'll give you a second. Oh, guys, would you look at this? I was just thinking, what am I going to talk about here if one of these guys gets back to my dad? Solinko. Remember, for people that were on here earlier, it's a good thing I didn't say what I said about Solinko earlier. Remember I said they had a string that they sent to me that was like not released? Well, thank God, because that string is still not released. So maybe I will review that string and then people will, look out for it. Awesome, okay. Well, I'm gonna sign off here. I'm tired, been a long day. Maybe we can do some polls and stuff to see what people are looking for as far as like if a parent live stream would work well for people. And yeah, that's kind of it, guys. Take care. Happy New Year. Thanks for watching with me. Appreciate that. We got 2 rackets done, Toro, and then, Toro, and Super Toro. So we'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Good evening. Goodbye. Good morning.